Here we go with my summary of learning for ECNI 834. I decided to do PechaKucha style of presentation as I learned in my very first master's class and thought it would be kind of neat to do it for my very last master's class. 20 slides for 20 seconds is the format of a PechaKucha. You know what they say about an ostrich sticking their head in the sand? That has been me for the last very many years about technology. Until last year when a friend said, hey, let's take a technology class together, and I wasn't quite sure, but I put my head up and off we went. Didn't know anything about the waters of a technology class. How deep? Was it going to be cold? Where was it going to lead? And decided to get in and take a dip anyway with my friend's help and encouragement, and have not looked back since. So trying to stick my neck out again, I was not really sure about doing that. So I checked with another person that I knew that was going to be taking this technology class, and she agreed to be my human lifeline if I needed it. So I'm grateful to her and decided to take ECNI 834. Google Plus has been my online lifeline, my online community that has been very supportive and very encouraging. And if there were ever questions, I could post and people would get back really quickly. And often I could learn from what other people were posting and asking questions about. So it was a really great thing. This little bird looks a little unsure, and that's how I felt when I found out that we had to create a Twitter account for this class. Hadn't done that before. So I'm pleased to tell you that I have met my goal of 50 tweets. I've been tweeting and retweeting, and WordPress was a little more familiar for me. We did that in ECNI 830, but this time I was able to play a little more and experiment with layout, and I added in my own picture, and I've been able to have a little bit more fun with WordPress this time, which is great. So the blogging is awesome. The blogging where we look for Creative Commons pictures and create hyperlinks and pingbacks, and once everything comes together and I post and I finally publish a blog, I just feel like a rock star. The insight that is gained when doing these blogs is quite incredible, actually. We take a look at different ideas on Zoom and on the internet and looking at each other's blogs, and take those ideas and look at things from a new perspective perhaps and explore ideas. So having the opportunity to read other people's blogs is great. You get to see maybe the same topic from a different perspective, and you get the opportunity to bounce ideas off of people, give them feedback, they give you feedback, and gain experience about some apps and other technological things. So blended learning is a term that I had not really heard or thought about before taking this class. And really, it's what teachers are always doing, trying to find new and creative ways to engage students and to capture their interest and to get them motivated. So the flipped classroom is something that I had heard in term only last semester. And this semester, I actually was able to create a flipped classroom in my prototype that I did with 2 other classmates, and that was really great for students to be able to go over something in the convenience of their own home and look at it as many times as they like. So the apps that we took a look at this semester, sometimes a little overwhelming. We looked at a lot of tools that you could use on the internet, screencasting, trying to figure out how to represent the ideas that you have from the internet in creative ways for students. And they aren't what they appear to be necessarily. Sometimes there are glitches, sometimes things work beautifully. It's experimentation and trying and see what works, and ultimately it's what works for the students that's going to be what you will choose in the end. So as Bates says, we keep looking to see what our students need. Do they learn best with print, with video, with audio? Try different things until we find what works best for each individual student. So that is a good thing to think about. Screencast-O-Matic has become my up-close and personal friend. It is just a wonderful way to gather and to pass on information, and I have become comfortable with it, and I will be using a lot in the future. So I am very glad to have found this. When I found out that I needed to create a YouTube video, save it to YouTube, have a YouTube video, I would have said never. So it goes to show, never say never. I have Googled a few topics over the course of this semester and found myself, and I'm startled each time it happens. Okay, you see this picture? Yes, that's how I felt at the end of some days. There's just so much information coming into the brain. The brain feels like it's stretching out of the skull. It's just a lot to take in, but good information, lots of learning, lots of challenge. Sometimes things were felt a little blurry right up close, but off in the distance, they're a little clearer. It's like learning a new language. Widget, vlog, wiki, LMS. Seriously? At the end of the day, calm, centered, serene, feeling really empowered, have gained a great deal in technology, and I'm grateful. Thank you.